motivational speaker. I'm an author of 3 amazing books, which are at the back. And I am a young entrepreneur. Did I say that? No. Yeah, I'm a young entrepreneur. I have a book publishing company. Last year we helped 5 writers become published authors. This year we're going to take it to another level. Why? Because we're all about being your personal best and doing something greater, yeah, taking it to the next level. I have a studio in East London, which is a function room downstairs and a dance studio upstairs. And also I go around to schools, universities, colleges, sharing with young people my experiences and helping them to break through their excuses and take action, okay? I also have an event coming up, which I'll share with you guys after, but I'm literally I had so much prepared, but it's all been said today, so I can come up here and reiterate, but I'm not going to do that. I've changed everything, so flow with me, okay? But I'm going to focus on what happens when you say, yes, I want to be a leader. I want to make an impact in this earth. I want to leave a footprint. I want to leave a legacy behind that even when I'm not here, people can still hear my voice. What happens when you come to an event like this and you see beautiful ladies sitting on a panel, you see handsome young men that are saying, yes, we did it. What happens when you are at your back home and you've got your pen, you've got your paper, and you're writing down your idea, and you're like, yes, tomorrow I'm going to do this, next week I'm going to do this, a year from now I'm going to do this. What happens is that life gets in the way. Everybody say life gets in the way. People get in the way. Everyone say people get in the way. And you get in the way. Everyone say I. No, just I. Just I. Nobody needs to add, okay? Alright, that's the thing. It's easy to come to an event like this, and it's easy to feel empowered, and that's the point of these events. But what happens next? What happens next? There's a lady that I met today, and she's gone, and she said, oh, it's nice to see somebody that had these had goals 5 years ago, and they're making it happen. They're not in the same place. That's the life we need to be living. Where we're not just people who say things, but we make it happen. We get rid of our excuses, we get rid of our barriers, and we design the life that we want to have. Everybody was created for greatness. That's not a question. That's not even, oh, am I? No, you were created for greatness. There's a seed that lies in each and every one of you, that if you can tap into that seed, you will become unstoppable. You will fulfill all of your goals and your dreams, so that you do not become a victim of the graveyard. Because they say that the richest place on this earth is the graveyard. Why? Because people have thought that they were living life, but instead they were living life on a mediocre level. They never really tapped into who they could be. So all the books that they could have written, where did it go? To the grave. All the exam papers that they could have sat to get that job, what happened? They talked themselves out of it. So they got a job, but it was never really the job that they were meant to get. Graveyard, we see people that could have become the greatest playwriters. What happened? Allowed somebody's comment to affect them enough for them not to take that play any further. 4 years ago, I decided I was going to live my life on purpose. I wasn't going to allow the fact that I'm Nigerian to dictate my journey, and like Barbara said, become a lawyer, a doctor, and all the other free, unlimited, route. But I said, I'm going to do what I want to do. I have a passion to empower young people. And I don't care what anybody says, because I'm in control of my life. If I'm going to make it happen, it's down to me. If you're going to make it happen, it's down to you. Or I, there you go, yes. So I made that decision. 4 years on, I'm living a life that I want to live, and I'm happy. I've achieved things that I didn't even think were possible. I wrote my 3rd book in 6 days. So I know that was possible. But because I'm on this journey, things are happening, doors are opening, opportunities are coming my way because I took that step and I made it happen. I didn't allow certain barriers to hold me back. I didn't allow other people's opinions to dictate my reality. I created my reality because I knew that I had a purpose to fulfill. So as leaders, we have a purpose, we have direction, we have something great that needs to be done. And as you all know, your purpose is tied in with everybody else's. But also what you need to know is that if you fail to fulfill your purpose, somebody else will step up and do what you need to do. So you need to ask yourself, do I want to be in a bookshop and looking at the book I could have written but somebody else's name on it? Or am I going to be in that bookshop signing the book and someone telling me, thank you so much for this book? 4 years ago, I made a decision. Today could be the day that you make that decision. But let me talk about what happens after today. I'm going to tell you how to overcome what happens after in a few minutes that I have, okay? Now, one of the things that might happen is you try something and you fail. And then you quit. How do you overcome that? You understand that life is a lesson. If something doesn't work out the first time, you don't give it up. You don't give up because leaders don't quit. Leaders understand that I might have to fail 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, because you only need to succeed once. The person that created the light bulb, everybody knows he failed how many times, but he got it right once and that was enough. So understand that even though after today, you're going to try something, if it doesn't work out, don't worry. Because as long as you can fall forward, as long as you can fail forward, it means you're able to get back up, assess the situation, and keep on moving. There's a saying that says, a man doesn't drown by falling in the water. He drowns by staying there. You decide how long you stay in that water. You decide how high that water will come. You decide the effect that water's going to have on you. But leaders will understand, I might be in this position right now, but it's only a matter of time before I'm out of that. It's only a matter of time before I start to see what I've envisioned in my head. The problem with quitting after temporary defeat is that once you quit, you never know what you could have become. You never know what that business could have become because you didn't give yourself a chance. You never know. You'll never know what was round the corner because you chose to get off a stop too early. Why? Because it didn't work out the first time. 2012 people, we ain't got time to be quitting. I think I've come on some next excitement today, you know. Usually I'm just like, you guys can be whoever you want to be. But I'm serious, 2012. You can't allow fear. You can't allow that mindset that it didn't work out, so I'm not going to try again. That's a loser's mentality. That's somebody that doesn't have vision, that hasn't foreseen the future. That's somebody that doesn't really believe in what they're doing. Because if you believe in what you're doing and you're committed to it, come rain or shine, I'm seeing this goal come to pass. Does that make sense? Come rain or shine, regardless of who's following me, as a leader, you take charge. And if you're fortunate enough to get the right people around you, that's amazing. But if you're not, you keep on walking. Because eventually, the right people will come. Eventually, the resources will come. Eventually, the solution will come. But you have to keep on going. So my first thing is, after today, you may try something, it may not work. What do? You keep on going. A baby learns to walk 365 times. Yeah? In their head, they see us all walking. So a baby's like, if he's walking, why can't I walk? Why can't I walk? If somebody else is doing it, why can't I do it? Yeah, I might be crawling at the moment, but give me a bit of time. I'm going to start walking. And the baby will keep on trying. You know, get up full, get up full, get up full. Baby has sense. Let me lean on something. Let me see if this can help me. So then it starts to hold on to things. Then the baby takes small steps away from that. And then eventually the baby starts walking. Even though the baby failed, the mindset of the baby is, it can be done. It might take a while, but if I take the necessary steps, it's going to happen. We were all babies once, and we're all walking now. So from that small example, remember that you weren't born flying, you weren't born walking, you were born in your mum's arms, you know, and you made that journey to walking, okay? So do not quit after temporary defeat. If you can just take that principle you will achieve whatever you need to achieve. You'll become that leader, you'll become that person of influence, and you'll become an inspiration. Second thing that you guys will need to deal with after today is procrastination. Everybody say procrastination. It's a swear word. Swear word, I tell ya. Procrastination is the theft of time. Once it's gone, it's gone. They say that a river or a stream, a river will flow through. Let me start that again, boy. The river will flow, okay? And once it flows that way, it's not coming back. It's the same with time. You cannot afford to allow procrastination to be a part of your journey. You need to wave goodbye to procrastination because it's not your friend. It's not your friend, it's an enemy of progress, okay? And if you want to be this leader, if you want to be this person that's making waves and making things happen and sitting in certain industries and getting the respect that you need, you can't allow procrastination to hold you back. Procrastination will stop you doing the thing that you need to do. So if you know that you need to do the thing, how are you going to allow procrastination to come up in your house and sit with you in your bedroom? Yeah? It should not even know where you live. Procrastination tries knocking, close the door, because you cannot afford for it to come with you along the journey. So after today, you'll be excited. You will say, I want to do this, and life will get in the way. But in order to overcome procrastination, what do? You take action. You take action. You just do what you need to do. It's not a question. I've got this goal, I need to do this and that and that. It's very simple. What procrastination will do, it will distract you. It will make you lazy. I wrote my book in 6 days. There was no time for procrastination. I was working full time, I had a life, don't worry. I wasn't sitting there writing my book. I was doing other things around writing my book. But the purpose for why the book had to be done was greater than allowing procrastination to stop me. Does that make sense? Yeah, when you're a leader, you have a vision that's so deep inside of you that you can't allow procrastination. It means too much. My first book, No More Excuses, I went around interviewing different role models. And I did that in 5 months. Finished interviewing people, editing, put the whole book together. Now, I was young, I was 22, I was like, oh, I can go out with my friends, I can go, meet some man, then you get me, I could do so many different things. But the reason for the book was greater than the short-time pleasure. Yeah, I'll go out and then what? What am I going to really gain? But what I gained through following my passion is I can't even describe it. But when somebody can pick up your product, or can hold on to a word that you said, and it changes their life, I've got to think, me sleeping for another 2 hours, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Yeah, I might wake up looking good, but have I impacted a life? Okay? So 2012, everyone say goodbye. Goodbye. No. You want procrastination to follow you home. Everybody say goodbye. Goodbye. To procrastination. Okay, because if you don't say goodbye, it will follow you, and 2012 will look like 2011. Some of you had a great 2011, some of you didn't. But if you know that you allow procrastination to affect your last year, if you do the same thing again, it's insanity. What are you doing? Change the route, change the direction, do something different so you can get the result that you need to get, okay? And another thing that's going to try and get in the way of you becoming a leader and impacting generations to come is always making excuses. Everybody say excuses. Excuses. Always making excuses. I'm too tall, I'm too small, I'm too fat, I'm too slim, I'm too dark, I'm too light, my teeth are not aligned correctly, I can't be a model. All of these excuses. What does excuses do? You're laughing. All of these excuses, it's like putting yourself in a wheelchair and putting on the lock and not being able to move. That's what you're doing. When you make an excuse, you're like this. You can't move, you can't go anywhere. Everybody else is progressing, but you're, oh, I can't do it, I can't. That's you. Keep telling yourself that because you're right. Whatever a man thinketh, so he is. So if you tell yourself that you can't, you're right. And we will all applaud you. But if you say, you know what, this might be my situation, but it doesn't have to be like this, then you're on the right page. People say, oh, but you don't know what I'm going through. I've got children, I've got this, I've got that. Yes, that is your situation. But don't look at it with those eyes. Understand that you can design a life that you want. If you lack the knowledge to go into a certain industry, what do? Oh, I ain't have the knowledge, I'm just going to apply for something else. No. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. Go and study. Do the course. Do whatever you need to do. 2012 must be a year of I'm not focusing on my shortcomings. I'm not focusing on the things I don't have. I'm not focusing on the things that somebody called me in my past and they called me dumb, so I'm going to be dumb. No. It's a new day. It's a new year. Let's get rid of our excuses. Leaders are people who are solution thinkers. They love it. Present me a problem. Oh my gosh, I will show you how to solve it. That's a leader. I will not sit with you and say, you know what, you're right. You are a bit on the short side, you know. Not you. You know, yeah, you're right. Yeah, no one's going to listen to you. Oh my gosh, yeah, you're black. Oh God. Oh, you're female. Oh God. Don't go for that position. No. A leader will say, it's not about that. What can you bring to the table? What assets are you developing now that whenever somebody looks at your CV, they have to take you regardless of you grew up in Tottenham, who cares? That you're black, who cares? What assets are you bringing to the table? You get to a certain level in life, but I believe it's not about race. It's just about what you have to give to us. Is it what we need? Okay? So those are 3 things, very quick, that I've come to share with you guys. Because the reality is, we all want to be successful, right? Yeah, because you wouldn't be here. It's a Saturday. You could be shopping in Westfields, you could be doing Primark, you get me? You could be doing anything, but you're here. Yes, Primark, big up to Primark, yes. But you're here for a reason. And I just want to encourage you guys. It's great to have vision. It's great to have direction. It's great to know why you're here on this earth, because it means you won't waste time. But the reality is, unfortunately, we allow certain things to get in the way. Fear, procrastination, quitting after temporary defeat, and always making excuses. But if you can take hold to what I've said, say goodbye to procrastination, because it's the theft of your time, which you can never get back. Say goodbye to quitting after temporary defeat, because leaders don't quit. They get back up and they make it happen. And say goodbye to excuses, because being stuck in a wheelchair is not your way forward. The moment you release that handle in the wheelchair, you can go wherever you need to go. There are no limits. There really are no limits. So I just want to say to you guys, ask yourself this question. Do you want to be a victim of the graveyard, where you could have been, you should have been? It was possible. Or do you want to be somebody that said, even though my circumstances look like this, I made a decision to change it around. I made a decision that I wasn't going to allow my past to affect my future. I wasn't going to allow somebody else's opinion of me to affect my self-belief. And I wasn't going to get caught up in always making excuses. If that's you, then guaranteed you are going to become that leader. You are going to become that person of influence. And you are going to leave a legacy on this earth. Thank you very much.